we need to guard our hearts and our minds about Jesus Christ, especially. It's really important that we don't listen to worship music that is speaking lies. Like, if you're listening to a song, I know it could be a really great song. There are so many great worship songs that say things that just aren't accurate. So, like, example, Mercy Me, Even If. Amazing song. It got me through some moments when this was before I knew better. Um, it's so good in so many ways, but then it has this line because it's talking about Abimelech, Abednego, don't have me say it, but the three guys who get put into the fire and they don't even smell like smoke when they come out because God protected them. But when they went in there, they said, our God will protect us, he will save us, but even if he doesn't, we will never bow to you. Now, he wasn't saying that he didn't believe God. He was actually acting in absolute faith that it's not about what God does at any point in time that makes us have faith and believe in him and worship him. So even if he never saved anyone, we would still worship God, is their point, right? So, I mean, there's a lot more to that, but that's just an example. So that was like kind of what that song is sort of based on, the concept of even if. But then it says a line in there, because it's almost good, because you can understand that. It's not a fallacy to say, God, thank you that you saved me from this, but even if you didn't, I love you no matter what. Like, that's loving God regardless of what you get from it. That's just full gratitude and unconditional love for God, okay? Not based on his actions, not based on what you get from it. That's just being godly love and what he does to us. So that's what we give to him. Okay, but then the song says, which is a beautiful song, don't get me wrong, I actually will play it and then sing a different line in this spot. But it says, God, if you choose to make a mountain immovable, God, if you choose to make the mountain immovable, or something like exactly like that, pretty much, that I will not bow, I'll still stand tall, even if you choose not to move this mountain. Which is so, again, like, this matters, that's not how the Bible works. Are you going to tell me that Mark 11 says anything about God choosing not to move a mountain? Mark 11 says, I don't want to have to find it right now. This is a very small text. This is a travel version. But so Mark 11:24 says, have faith in God. For whoever says to this mountain, be thou removed and cast into the sea, and shall not doubt in his heart, but shall believe that he has whatsoever he says, or that whatsoever he says shall come to pass, then he shall have whatsoever he saith. That's what it says. So there's no qualification that God is going to choose not to move that mountain, is there? Tell me in that passage where God says, unless I choose. So what's the qualification? Shall not doubt in your own heart. That's literally the only qualification there. Have faith in God. So God's saying, go for it. Yeah. Have faith in God. For whoever shall say to this mountain, be thou removed and cast into the sea, and shall not doubt in his heart, but shall believe that which he says shall come to pass, he shall have whatsoever he says. That's what that says. There's nowhere in there that says, unless God says, not today, bud. There's just not. So that is a line that is not biblically accurate, that doesn't represent the true nature of God, and that does make a difference. If we're singing that God's going to choose not to move a mountain, then we are going directly against the exact scripture that mountain is referencing. It was referencing that speak to a mountain and it will be removed. God doesn't choose not to remove a mountain. That's our own hearts that are doubting, okay? And also, just for the record, doubting your heart does not mean that you have a thought of doubt. It means that you act on that doubt, because we have to be tempted, because doubting is a sin, right? And we have to be tempted before we sin. We can't just be a thought. Those just come on us, right? They get thrown at us. We just have them. Then if you act on the doubt. So that's what doubting in your heart is. It's not just having a doubtful thought. It's acting on that doubt. It's changing your behavior based on that doubt, agreeing with the doubt by saying or by doing. Okay, so that's just my little Mark 11. I believe it's 11:24. Again, I just didn't want to go through the to find it right now. That was just an example that I brought up like right now. So I wasn't prepared for that. But anyway, so that's the point. If it's about Jesus, it needs to be scripturally accurate. If it's not, it should be called out, the parts that aren't, so that we know. It doesn't mean that song sucks. It's a great song, okay? It's just, there's that line that isn't biblical, that if you're going to sing it, maybe change that line. Sing a line that is accurate, you know? God, I know you're never going to choose for a mountain to be unmovable. You make a way where there is no way. You are the God of the impossible. You could say a lot of different fun things. I don't know that all of them would match the melody.
Let's go.